What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Dab on that, episode 6. Unfortunately, we don't have Leon. Inshallah, he'll be able to join us maybe later today. Alper, what's good, bro? Today's special guest, my boy Gabe from high school. Gabe, welcome to the show, bro. How you doing? It's good to have you.
Good, man. How are
Welcome.
you guys?
Clay Thompson head ass. I see you with the waves, bro. I see you with the
Yes,
waves.
sir.
It's a little dark in the back right now, but
Yeah, no, we're doing well, man. Thank you guys for having me on.
of course, for any time. You know, we've been trying to arrange this for a while now, so it's good that it worked out. Without being said, bro, let's jump into the list of topics. You know, I know it's been a while since we shot an episode, so we're looking forward to getting back on track. First, bro, I mean, like always, how we met, high school days, sports management class. Dab on that a little bit, bro. Tell our guests what's good. You know, I could do the talking, but I'd rather have you.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was already 2016 now. Or yeah, it was my
20,
sophomore year.
2017,
Yeah, so it was the
2017
spring, second
right.
semester. Yeah, we met at like Mr. Lane's class. I remember I sat more towards like the middle and you were on the perimeter with Jordan. You were like to my left, I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember you had like a D Rose jersey. It was like a Bulls jersey, and I was like,
Okay. iPad, you hear that? You see, I get a lot of flack for iPad because he thinks I'm a fake Bulls fan, but bro, I've been repping Bulls since middle school. You see,
yeah,
tell this man
too.
Yeah,
So
tell this man. You see, yeah.
every Bulls thing you could imagine, and yeah, it was like a sport management class. It was dope.
So yeah, iPad, as I was saying, so we're just talking about like sports management class. It was spring 2017. It was good times, bro. And I remember
what's the sport management called? It's like PE.
Gabe,
No,
you talking about, I don't even remember.
we had to. It was like administration stuff, so we had to come up with ideas for like how you would market stuff and like ticketing.
It was an elective course. So basically, I was a senior and Gabe was a sophomore, like he said. So I was two grades ahead, and this was my last semester in Parkland. And just like, you know, any high school or college, you had to take a certain number of electives. And like for a while, everyone was telling me, "Oh, take sports management, like it's an easy A." And I never could get the opportunity freshman year, sophomore year. So I took it last semester, and you know, that's how we met. The teacher, bro, the teacher of the class, Mr. Lane, was he was a gym coach. You know, he was some coach, right?
He was a football coach.
He was
an
a
OG,
football
though.
coach.
He was super cool. Yeah, he was a super cool guy.
I see.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Parkland, bro. If the teacher of the class is a coach of any sport team, basketball, football, or any like athletic director, is a mad chill class. Like it's an easy A. So I mean, he didn't give a like. He said it himself, bro. Gabe, you remember he said himself on the first day of class. He was like, "Yo, this really isn't that hard of a class. As long as you come here, you know, be respectful, do what you're supposed to do. I don't assign that much homework. You guys all will get an A."
So, yeah.
We'll take it.
It was a dope class. I think we watched. He would put on highlights too of like.
Yeah, and we watched the movie with Denzel, right? Denzel, Clash of the Titans, or Remember
the Titans, yeah.
Remember the Titans, right? That was an OG movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, class was fun. So speaking about sports and all that, bro, you were, as I said, I told the guys, I said, this is probably the best basketball athlete we'll ever have on the show, bro. Like it's an honor to have you. You played on the Parkland team. Talk to us a little about that. Your freshman year, sophomore year, I think you played on the JV team, and then your junior and senior year, you played on varsity. And like, bro, obviously the Parkland basketball team has always been pretty good. I always tell iPad this all the time. Like when we were in high school, like Julian could never make the team. So dab on that a little bit. How was it like playing with them?
Yeah, it was dope. So obviously my sophomore year, I was on the JV team, and that was when Sam Iorio was he broke the all-time leading scoring record. So seeing that was super cool. And then actually my junior year, I made the team, but I didn't play. Like I didn't get that many minutes in the rotation, which was kind of frustrating.
Above you?
There were a few seniors.
AC, I think.
Well, yeah, he was more of like a big. I was kind of a wing that could play big a little bit.
Right? You're 6'6".
6'4", like 6'5". But in high school, I played like 3-4 in high school, and then college I ended up playing like 2 through 4. But yeah, anyways, so and then actually came off the bench. Like I was our sixth man for like a lot of the year. Like
This is your
but I
senior
played
year?
yeah, my senior year. I could have I played probably the most minutes on the team, but I came off the bench. And yeah, it was super fun. We ended up going to the district championship, and we lost to Allentown
Wow, I didn't.
Allentown High
And
School.
this is 2019. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we lost to Allen in districts.
iPad Allen is like our high school rival. If Emmaus is our rival, but Allen was one of our rivals at the time. Right. So
yeah, but the practices were pretty good. They were fun. It was a lot like when you're in season, it's a lot of just staying fresh, like mentally, like going over plays, and like high school, it's not as much scouting, but we still scouted a little bit. So it's fun. We do a lot of shooting, obviously. But yeah, it was a fun time. High school basketball was pretty fun. It's crazy that it was already going on 4 years now, because I remember
That's crazy.
yeah,
It's been
dude, the
5 years
fall
since
of
I
my
graduated.
senior year. Yeah, I remember the fall of my senior year, like the first half, like we did open gyms, and like me and my neighbor would like always drive to the open gyms and stuff. And I still remember that.
iPad open gym is, right?
Yeah.
Like Devin Booker says, we're not running doubles in open gym.
Yeah.
It's just a hoop session,
That we don't have in Turkey, right?
Nah, we don't have those in Turkey. Nah. Yeah, that's tough, fun. Bro. That's tough. Like, it's refreshing to hear that. Like, I mean, I was never good enough in high school to even make the school team, but you know how much my game has definitely make the JV, maybe varsity team. I'm not sure. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's what's crazy.
You see the work I'm putting.
Yeah, that's what's good about, like, awesome about basketball, and honestly sports in general, is like you can always get better, like no matter what age you are.
The passion, bro. It's the passion. 100%.
You just put in the work, and yeah, for sure.
So from high school, you got an athletic scholarship to Ithaca University in upstate New York. Talk about that a little bit, if you would. How was that process, getting a scholarship? Like, this is something that I tell the guys in Turkey all the time. Like, in Turkey, they don't have athletic scholarship programs and stuff. So talk about that a little bit. I'm sure I'd probably like to hear.
So D3 sports don't give athletic, but you get academic money based on like academic merit. And I got a good amount of like academic merit at Ithaca. Also, fun fact, in America, the Ivy League schools, they also don't give athletic scholarship. I don't know if you guys knew that. So like, yeah, Harvard doesn't give athletic scholarship. Like Yale, none of them do. They give it's just like academic stuff.
Academic scholarships, great.
Yeah, but in terms of getting recruited, going into my senior year, I had like a really good summer. I got like recruited by a bunch of Division III schools.
So this is summer 18 because you graduated spring 2019. So this was summer 18. You said, okay.
Yeah, I shot the ball like really well over the summer. Like there was one game where I had like 8 threes and a half, and then
putting up them Muaz numbers, I see, huh?
Yeah. So I was like shooting really well, and then obviously like I had some like potential, like room to grow with my handle and stuff. We went to the round. We almost went to the Sweet 16 for Division III, but
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what the Sweet 16 is, right? The whole NCAA tournament. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So
what other D3 schools are there? Can you give some? I think Penn State, but I would have gone to Penn State. That's D3 in basketball, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
right?
They're D1. They're D1.
Oh, Penn State is D1?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Penn State Lehigh Valley was D3
yes.
basketball, I believe, but the main campus is. So what other D3 schools like did y'all play against?
So in the NCAA tournament, so we played Babson and then Swarthmore in the round of 32. Okay. And then some other schools that we played are like University of Rochester, Hobart. We would play like RPI, Morrisville State. We played Cortland, schools like that.
I haven't heard of any of these schools.
Yeah, they're all in New York. Yeah, they're all in the New York area.
Speaking of that, how did it feel to be living in New York? Like, talk about that, if you would. Just the whole. It was upstate New York, right? Because so like, how's the campus life and everything? Because iPad and I, we have an amazing campus in Metu. I told you this before, like off camera on FaceTime. So like, how was that experience like?
Yeah, it was very so I mean, people talk about the cold, but it's cold back at home too in Allentown, PA. Like it's back
Course,
in
of
it's
course.
cold in Allentown, but it is a little more cold there, and there's more like casual snow. Like there'll be like more casual snowstorms. But as far as the campus life, it was really dope. It was as college campus as you could think of. Like it was a very it's like it's rated like the fourth best college town in the country, I think, in the whole country.
Really?
Yeah, Cornell's right there. So Cornell's like
Yeah,
5 minutes
Cornell,
away.
right. I'm looking
So
at schools of your campus right now on Google.
yeah. And like our campus wasn't anything crazy, like, but we had everything that we needed. And
Hmm.
I really felt at home there. After a while, like obviously your freshman year, like I had a weird 3 years there because my freshman year was affected by Corona because we went
Right.
home in the spring of 2020 and then we
Hmm.
stayed
And the
home.
whole season was canceled, probably, right? Like the whole
Well, so
playoffs and
yeah,
everything.
my sophomore year got canceled, and then
Hmm.
the end of my freshman year got canceled, but we actually lost in the tournament right before it got canceled. So our season would have ended anyways. And then
Mm.
my sophomore year got canceled, and I was only on campus for the spring. And then
Okay.
my junior year and my full senior year, like it was 1 year because I graduated early, but I was there on campus. But the campus was cool. It was a really cool college like atmosphere. It was like the quintessential like college type of town. So, and it was like really cheap to go out to, um like all the like as far as like bars and stuff were like really cheap to get into. So yeah.
I went to New York once. He went to America 2019. Tell Gabe
Yeah,
about that, bro. Like, talk.
I mean, it was good. It was like 2019 summer, I guess. So it was like 3 months. So I worked and traveled. I worked as a lifeguard. Actually, I said that on the first episode, I guess. So it was good. That was a
Yeah,
good stay. And also, I was in
but
Washington D.C. too.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was
mhm.
yeah, it was good too.
That's dope.
So when like how far is upstate, where your campus in particular, away from the rest of main city New York? Did you ever like take a drive down there, or was it too much? Did you visit often, like the main city?
So I think Allentown is actually closer to New York City than Ithaca is, but it's either
Okay.
that or they're like
Yeah,
pretty
we're
close.
like 2 hours away. I think we're like 1.5, 2 hours away from Staten Island. I remember because we'd go to Staten Island as a kid all the time. So
Hmm.
like we're not that. Yeah, you're probably right there. You were
So
saying.
yeah, but so we were probably 3 hours, probably 3.5 hours from the city. But I mean, I'd already been there, like you said, like you went there when you were a kid, so like it wasn't anything to me, obviously, like because
Mhm.
we kind of grew up near it. But
Yeah, of course. But I've
our
been to New York
campus
like.
there was a lot of kids from like New York City that went to Ithaca. New York City was a big one, New Jersey, a little bit of PA, but not as much PA as you would think. But
Mostly the tri-state area, then East Coast.
yeah, for the most part. So yeah,
Okay.
no, it was dope.
So
I never
maybe
went there. I didn't go there during school though. But yeah, go ahead.
so, bro, I want to ask a question. So maybe it's a weird question, but why its name is Ithaca? Like, what does that mean?
It's a good
Uh,
question.
I don't even know. I think a lot
It's
of that
kind of
has.
like Japanese word, like
It's
I
I
guess.
think it's indigenous, like Native American, because we're on like
Hmm.
Oh,
Lake Cayuga. I don't know the
Interesting.
full backstory, but a lot of that stuff up there is like indigenous type, Native American type stuff.
oh,
I was gonna ask something. I forgot. Oh yeah, you have 1 year left, right? Because you started 2019 fall,
ooh.
your admission. So you have 1 year left of undergrad, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, but I ended up graduating early, so I got done.
Really?
Yeah, so I finished this past technically. I'm graduated, so
Nice, bro. Good job. What was your major?
I was a
The
double
right good
major in marketing and sport management. So
marketing and well, there you go, marketing and sports management.
yeah,
So we talked about this off camera last year. I remember like on FaceTime. You had some aspirations. What do you plan to do in the future since you're probably done playing basketball at an elite level?
Yeah.
Right?
yeah. So right now I joined like I'm part of like a media startup type company, Kicks Media.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing that starting my junior year, so like last August, about a year ago. I started with
Mm-hmm.
them, and then I recently just kind of got brought on full time
Wow.
about a week ago. So I'm doing that for now. I would love to stay there as long as possible. I like the social media and sports media space. I
As
also
long as you
like,
like what you do, bro. That's
yeah,
most important, as you said. Right.
yeah. I'm like right where I want to be. I also like college sport administration as well. So in terms of like, obviously that's like the back end of like the business side of college sport, marketing, budgeting, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much those two things. But for now, I'm with Kicks, and we'll just see what happens. Like I'm excited to see where we go with that for sure.
Man, I mean, bro, this man's did his junior and his senior year in 1 year. We're still struggling at our 5th year, about to be in Metu, bro. Like this shit, man.
I
It's
mean,
tough, bro. It's tough out here.
yeah, but I mean, everyone's journey is different, and
Yeah,
Hundred
obviously.
percent, hundred
so
percent.
I mean, I probably could have did another year, but it was either like I was gonna take the minimum amount of credits my senior year for 2 semesters, or just like grind my junior year and get done. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want to hang around for a whole another year. I was kind of like ready to go. So
So since you're into this like this media and like the sports and everything, is this like the first official podcast platform that you've been on, or did you do this before?
I've done a few podcasts,
Okay.
like that I've been in. This is like probably my second or third.
Hmm.
So, and then, yeah, I've been a part of like the podcast scene, but like I've never started one, or like I've been on a few. So yeah.
Bro, if someone told you in 2017 that in sports management class that 5 years from now, me and like my two best friends in Metu would have our own podcast, bro, you would be like, the fuck? Like, man, it's funny what life, now
Dude,
we have our own media platform and we killing it though,
yeah.
you know?
And I could have saw that though, because you always like talking basketball. So I was like, I mean, I could
Right,
see it.
right. And speaking of, leads us to the next topic. Let's talk
Yes.
NBA, bro. I've been. Me and Gabe had a convo. We had a convo about the Lakers like earlier this season in January. We were talking about like Russell Westbrook and the whole Lakers fit. Greatest, bro. I mean,
That's fire.
definitely the whole I promise thing. Like
Yeah.
Gabe, I mean, who's your favorite player of all time, and who would you say is actually the greatest all time? I would love to
Okay.
get into this GOAT debate because we had this earlier.
Dude, to me, it's super simple, and it's LeBron
Okay.
James. Like, in my opinion, okay, so even this, right? Like, I love Stephen Curry for sure. Like,
Right.
I love
Me
Steph
too.
Curry. But if you trade LeBron and Steph, if you put LeBron on Steph's 2017 Warriors team and put Steph on LeBron's Cavs team,
They're not going even to the second round, probably.
yeah, and LeBron wins, like he would win so much that they would like not even think it was fair. Kind of like the way that the Warriors, they thought it wasn't even fair when like Durant was there. It would be
Mhm.
like the league wouldn't even allow it. Like, so
Now let
yeah.
me give you this perspective, bro. I hate when people say, "Oh, Braun has 6 finals losses, like MJ." Bro, take LeBron out the Cavs team and put MJ with Kyrie and Kevin Love. They're still fucking losing to Golden State. Like, I don't give a damn how good MJ was. Like, I love MJ too, but like, bro, they're not beating that Warriors team. No one is beating that Golden State Warriors team with KD. That's the second, in my opinion, the second best team of all time, and by far the greatest offensive team we've ever seen. I mean, that
Yeah.
firepower, bro. You have the best shooter. You have Clay, another top 5 shooter of all time. You have, in my opinion, KD, the greatest scorer of all time, all around. And then you have Dre, who's just who can do everything, defensive player of the year. So like, let me say it like this, bro. I mean, I love LeBron. Obviously, you see, like me and Julian had this talk too. The term like greatest of all time, I think it's different from best of all time. Because if we're talking about legacy, then yeah, if we're going from greatest of all time, I would say MJ is number one because I mean, look, LeBron has 6 finals losses. It's not his fault that he has 6 finals losses. Some of those aren't even on him. But unfortunately, it is what it is. So if we're talking about legacy, I would have MJ 1 and Bron 2. But if we're talking about best, like all-around skill, like if you ask me right now, who would I pick to start my franchise with? I'm taking Bron all day, every day. Like the man can do everything and take his team from nothing to the finals. We've seen it 8 straight times. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, and LeBron's 38 now, and you saw him play in the Drew League.
Oof, yeah, I personally that.
Yeah,
Yes.
He did put 42, right? 42, 12 rebound,
Yeah,
rebound I
42.
guess.
Yeah, my man DeMar
Yeah.
had 32. Right.
Wow.
The longevity is crazy, bro.
I mean, if he plays 3 more years at this level, like, do you have to at least consider, like, okay, maybe it's. I mean, Jordan's legacy is obviously he went 6-0, but I mean, LeBron just has every other box checked. Like, it's just the
And
6
Jordan,
loss.
here we go with this. Look, I'm not saying Jordan played against plumbers, but bro, Jordan did not play against the elite level that LeBron played against. Like, bro, people need to look. And here's another thing that I'm gonna say. I hate when everyone is just like, oh, the league was way more physical back then. Like the league was way more defensive minded back then. Today the league is so soft. Well, guess what? I could make a counter argument and say that the league is 15 times more talented and skilled than was it was in the 80s and 90s. Like, bro, imagine dudes like Steph Curry and KD pulling up from the fucking parking lot, pulling up from 30 feet in the 90s and the 80s. Like, bro, they would have been shook. Like, how are you supposed to guard that? Like, the league right now, bro, literally every player, every team has like an all-star caliber player at least. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, bro.
So I hate when people, right. Like, I hate when someone's just like, oh, the league. MJ played in a way more physical, dominant era. So LeBron plays in a way more skillful era. Like, look at the teams that he's played against: the Warriors in the finals, the Spurs, the young Oklahoma City team. Like, come on, man, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, I mean, teams back then didn't have like 6, 7 guys like a Terrence Ross that just came off the bench even with like 40-inch verticals that could shoot it from 3. There weren't guys like Paul George, even like that wasn't around in the 80s. Like,
Playoff.
and obviously, I think it's just natural that like human evolution and just evolution of the game. This obviously the current era is always going to be the best era just because in terms of like skill and stuff, because we're always evolving.
Right.
So that's why you kind of have to do the greatness thing. And I even think, I mean, just LeBron's dominance on his era for as long. He's been in the league just dominating. You could pick literally any year from 2004 until now.
This is rookie year. As soon as he came,
Yeah.
and I'm glad you brought that up, bro. Like, even though this isn't like me and Alper talk about this too, even though this isn't something that's like more of the GOAT debate, like, bro, imagine how good you have to be 18 years old, coming straight out of high school. Fuck, I wish I was wearing my Irish LeBron jersey right now. Imagine coming straight out of high school with all these expectations. People like, bro, LeBron, I don't know if you know this, Gabe. I kind of knows this. I told him LeBron is the first athlete in American sports history for his high school games to be televised on ESPN. Like, imagine how good you have to be for your high school games to be televised on ESPN. Like, that's unheard of, bro. Like, high school level, you know?
And it's just also,
Like,
he's great. And I mean, in my opinion, obviously he's top 2 indisputably, but another way that you can tell is
no
just
question.
Even his ring in the bubble, he's so great that people like disregarded it. They called it the Mickey Mouse ring. Like,
yeah, I know,
he's
right?
so good that they had to find a way to like make that not legitimate. Like, but if he would have lost that series to the Heat, he would have never heard the end of it. So he's in a situation where he can't like. He's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. Like,
yes, bro, he's in a lose-lose situation, like, all the time. I swear to God, if the Clippers won the bubble, everyone would have been like, oh, LeBron ain't this, LeBron ain't that. He lost to the Clippers. But since he won, guys like
oh, it doesn't matter.
Skip Bayless, you fucking Skip Bayless made a career out of hating LeBron. Like, it's ridiculous, bro.
He's 6'10" in shoes, and he could shoot from anywhere. He can handle it. He's one of the best passers of all time. He's just the best in my opinion. Just like you said, if you need to start a franchise with one player, I'm going with LeBron. Just any era, either like both any era as well. I don't even care.
Just think, like, for a second, by the time this guy retires, inshallah, he'll be first in scoring, he'll pass Kareem, he'll be top 5 in assists, I think he'll be top 10 in rebounds. Obviously, all the MVPs, All-Stars, 4-time MVP, 4-time champ, maybe even 5 could be. Finals MVPs. Just the longevity, bro. If we're talking longevity, like sustainability, which is like one of Leon's favorite words. It's undisputed, man, and like no question, honestly. So like all these, Jordan stands, like honestly, but I think we have to love them both. Like if we're talking, like I said, if we're talking greatest of all time, I would have Jordan, Bron, Kareem, Magic, and then Kobe. That's my top 5. What are you guys' top 5 greatest of all time?
You can go first, Alper.
Okay, so I will say first LeBron, second is MJ,
Okay.
third is Kobe, I can say. So in fourth,
Okay.
I'll go with Kareem. So
Okay.
finally 5 between fifth. I don't know. There's so many options, So I'm gonna choose
You gotta pick someone.
I'm gonna choose from my area, bro. My era is like Curry, I can say, bro. Yeah.
So you have Curry in your
Yes.
top 5. Curry's in my
Yeah.
top 10, but he's not in my top 5.
I mean, it's not. I can't say it's my in top 10 too, but like I wanted to choose in my era, so I said Curry. So because there's so many
Okay.
options,
Of course, bro. You can't go wrong. It's respect to all these legends. Gabe, what you think?
Okay. So I would, in my opinion, I would put LeBron at 1, but obviously, like I'm a realist and I understand that Jordan is like, at least for the public, is going to be number 1, but I'll put LeBron 1 for me and then Jordan 2. But I understand that that's kind of a hot take, but not really. So LeBron 1, Jordan 2. I mean, you could put Kareem there, obviously. It's probably, I mean, he has the all-time scoring record, and he has the most unguardable shot of all time.
Skyhook.
So, I mean, I also like Wilt, though, because he changed the game a lot.
Man, if Leon was here right now, like we would dive into this. You see, the thing about Wilt, bro, like no disrespect, because I don't know how familiar you are with soccer, but Pele like is like the Wilt Chamberlain of soccer. Have you heard of Pele before? But like, bro, like I'm sorry, no disrespect to Wilt, but I can't put someone. Wilt's not even in my top 10, I think, or he barely cracks my top 10. Bro, I can't put someone in my top 10 who I've never even seen most of his highlights. Like his 100-point, like bro, LeBron talked about this on his podcast on the Shop. His 100-point game that he holds, like the 100-piece. Bro, that 100 could symbolize anything. Like there is no footage of him scoring 100. I know this may sound ignorant. Like people may be ballistic when they hear this. This is just my opinion, respectfully. I'm not like, apparently Wilt was a beast at his time. Before I let you go, like just to add on to your point, like I understand that he like stretched the rules, and like because of his dominance, they had to like make the stanchion or the rim or whatever the shit that they did to the court, to the hoop. Like I get that, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm sorry. Like I can't put someone so high, and we've never even seen most of his stats and his footages. And if he was so dominant, then how come he only has 2 rings? I get he played against Bill Russell and his teams were stacked, but still, Anyways, you continue.
Yeah, the only reason I had him there is just because he had changed like a lot of he had changed the game so much, and obviously I understand that like if someone like Andre Drummond were in that era, any current NBA player would obviously dominate that era, but he just happened to.
Alper would dominate that era.
Yeah.
We would like not dominate, but like
100%. So yeah, I do understand that, but it's just I guess someone had to dominate it, and like he did. So I mean, it's just like whatever.
I see.
So
what do you think?
That. And then
I see your point.
So that's
I agree with you.
That's 4. And I mean, like people, you can put Magic. Obviously, Magic's like
greatest point guard
of all time. Point guard ever. I would personally take Curry. Again, I might be like an apologist for this era, but I think like I understand that most people put like Magic over Curry, but honestly, I would probably put. If you had to start a team, would you start it with Curry or Magic? Like, because I would have. Yeah, that's what I'm like. And obviously, there's just so much history now. Like, he built a dynasty in Golden State. He spearheaded it. He was the main guy in Golden State.
Bro, he changed the game.
Yeah.
Like, he got kids pulling up from 30 feet. Like, Alper over here thinking he can shoot threes when he's a big man because of
Right.
Steph Curry. Like,
Yeah. And I think his career will age better with time. Like right now, it's not as, but like I think we'll really appreciate him more as his like he'll age better with time for sure. I just can't put this kind of like in your argument with like Magic. I never totally saw him like I didn't see his impact in real time, obviously because when I
who,
was
Magic?
older. Yeah, but like I
mean,
saw
they say
Curry's
he
impact. Yeah,
they say he saved the league. Sorry to cut you off. They say he saved the league with Bird in the '80s because like the NBA was sinking at that point, and him and Bird just came and like everyone talks about this with Magic. But I feel you, bro. I mean, 100%. Like with the whole Curry stance.
yeah, and obviously Magic,
Most
he could play 1 through 5 at that time. He was
Yeah.
marketable. He had the allure. He could do everything. So I guess we could tie them at 5, but I personally, I'm taking Curry 10 times out of 10 just because, yeah, he literally changed everything about the game. So
you see, bro. I mean, it's all subjective though, because like some people could make an argument and say Curry isn't even a point guard because he primarily shoots. Yeah, he can facilitate, he can distribute. Obviously, has assists, but like if we're talking like pure point guards, Curry just plays the point guard position. I would take him over Magic to start my team, but like that's why I'm saying Magic. I think is the greatest point guard of all time because of the whole Showtime thing he did with the Lakers, like fast break, dishing the ball, like as a point guard should. So Curry is more of obviously a hybrid guard, like a combo guard. You feel me? So
yeah,
I mean, like I said, bro, it's all subjective. Like some people don't even consider Curry a point guard. He just plays the point guard position, you know.
exactly.
So it could go either way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice to hear your thoughts on the whole like greatest of all time thing because like, bro, this is a topic that I've been trying to get into, and like it's interesting to always hear people's stance on this. But at the end of the day, like I just think people should just be respectful, like about every player. Like I hate people that bash on LeBron, for no reason. Like dude gets all this hate for no reason. Like it's sad, bro. Like honestly, this is the greatest player of our generation, and he's like there will never be another LeBron. Like me and iPad, the time difference in Turkey. Like bro, we stay awake until 3 a.m., 4 a.m. just to watch LeBron play. Like you see that? That's greatness, bro.
Yeah. And I think it'll be a long time before we see somebody like him in the NBA. We may never. I mean, he's probably top 5, top 3 most popular athletes on the whole planet. Like his star power. I saw that he has more followers on Instagram than every single NBA team's social media combined platforms. Like every team's social media platforms combined. I heard he has more followers than the whole league.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, and obviously that's not the only thing that measures. It's just a good kind of to give you an idea. But yeah, he is basketball. Like, and we do realize it, but he is literally basketball, and he's been basketball for 20 years now, almost 20 years. So
and counting. Hopefully, he gets to play on the same team with Bronny. I would love to see that.
Yes.
He plays on the same team with his son. Yeah, bro. By the way, me and Alper, we also rooting for Bronny, bro. Just because he's the son of LeBron, and he's a good kid.
yeah.
Except for the whole bubble incident, when he got caught with the, that shit was funny, bro. You remember social media was going to frenzy with all those memes, like Bronny. He was like, "Oh, he missed." Bro, Gabe, this page on Instagram? It's No Context NBA. I haven't been on social media in a minute. Like in a year, they post like the funniest pictures and NBA, like the funniest memes. It's hilarious. Bro, you should take a look.
Yeah, I've seen them. I'll check them out a little more after this for sure. But I've seen a few of their posts. Yeah, they're funny for sure.
We got 3 minutes. We appreciate it, bro. Is there anything, since we're about to wrap it up, there's a few minutes left. Is there anything, you would like to ask me, iPad? Anything like related at all?
Well, I ask you this all the time, but I don't know if we have enough time. But I was just fascinated by the change of scenery, like how like biggest differences between Turkey and America. I mean, if you could run through those quick.
Man, everything, bro. Lifestyle, change of scenery, like physical scenery. Obviously, I mean, where we live in Ankara, it's similar to back home in PA. Like it's pretty suburban. You have nature parts, you have city parts, obviously, but the whole thing is just the lifestyle, bro. The culture. Obviously, your parents know this too. Like going from America to the Middle East or vice versa. I probably also knows when you went to America in 2019. Like you're going from the other side to the world, so it's a whole culture shock. Just to if that gives you some kind of perspective, inshallah, bro, one day, you'll get a chance to come to this side of the world. You can, be your own judge and see for yourself. But that's just a very brief way I could put it, bro, since we got a couple minutes remaining. But
yeah, for sure. Wait, so Alper, did you move? Did you live in America originally, or are you just from Turkey?
What do you mean? Like, I went to
Where are you
America.
from?
I'm from Turkey.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
he was
from
born and
Turkey.
raised in Turkey,
Okay.
right? But he went to America once in 2019
For 3
working
months.
travel.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So just to wrap it up, bro, Gabe Khalife, my guy, we appreciate you coming on the show, bro. It was great talking hoops with you.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
Taking the time, bro. We'll keep in touch, bro. Again, as always, we'll always keep in touch, bro. Whenever I go back on Instagram, definitely I'll be sending you memes and everything. But thanks for your time, bro. We appreciate it, and take care of yourself, bro.
Likewise.
We'll keep in touch.
Thank you for having me,
No
guys.
doubt.
All right.
Of course, bro. Anytime. Have a good one, bro.
All right.
Everybody,
Likewise.
peace out. Episode 6. Take
All
care,
right.
y'all.